So on cue, then excuse me.
Yeah, I like that. I think this is much easier every time, right? That's how everything comes out. You know, because it's all over the place. And now we one place to that we use the most to you know, because a lot of people can't see them. Then we address the cloud issues, so that's not really you're dangling. This is all podium.
Perfect timing. Good morning. Good morning, Graph Expo. Welcome to day 4, 3, 4, 4. Everyone's saying 4. Day 4 of Graph Expo. We've had a great show. Hopefully I know everyone's had a great show. Everyone who's come into the booth has been raving about the quality of the attendees and the exhibitors here. So thank you, everybody, for representing the community. Today we're going to hear from a few more of our alliance partners. Starting off, I'm not a PC person, so excuse me while this takes me a second to navigate. Okay, that's probably better. First, we're going to hear from Kevin Marks, the Vice President Marketing of the Document Messaging Technologies from Pitney Bowes, and he's going to talk about creating better customer communications. And I'd also just like to give a special shout out to Pitney Bowes. This is their first year sponsoring the Printerverse. Hopefully they'll be back again. You've been amazing partners. Marifa has done an amazing job keeping the community posted on everything that's going on in your booth and everything that's going on in the Printerverse. And it's been our pleasure. Thank you very much.
So good morning. So we're also delighted to be a part of the Print Universe this session this morning, and I'm getting coaching about talking into the mic, and it's an exciting time to be here in Chicago. So again, my name is Kevin Marks. I lead the global production print business for Pitney Bowes, and we're really excited about using this venue to share with customers ways to help them more efficiently and effectively have a dialogue with their end user and clients. So we describe that as making more valuable customer communications. Because in a sense, that's really what Pitney Bowes' charter is. Myself and my peers across the globe, we're in the business of helping our clients to communicate more effectively and efficiently with their clients. And on that basis, we have an exciting set of solutions, tools, enablers to ensure that that efficiency and effectiveness is delivered across the globe to all kinds of customers, particularly focused in Graph Expo and our enterprise or large level clients. But this concept of more effective, more valuable communications is really grounded in where most of our customers probably left their homes on Sunday and will probably return back to their businesses tomorrow at the completion of Graph Expo. And when we begin our discussion with our clients, we really generally ask two questions, because it's really not about us and what we're doing, but really how do we harness these tools for them. And question number one is a pretty succinct one. We begin a discussion with clients in terms of asking them to tell us about that monthly appointment that our clients have with their clients. And we ask them, is that monthly pre-scheduled appointment, is it efficient? Is it effective? Is it delivering the business results that they wish? So I've over the course of the last several days, we've had a chance to talk to many companies about this concept of the monthly appointment with their customers. And it's another way of really talking about transactional communications. Because when we think about a bill or a statement or an election of benefits document between a healthcare provider and their clients, that monthly statement is really that monthly appointment that always gets read. So we know the facts from Graph Expo and from InfoTrends that on the average 97% of transactional mails or statements get opened. So here's a medium, a physical medium that gets opened by end users. And if it's not just enough to be opened with a 97% penetration rate, this concept of the time that people spend with their statements is on the average 2 to 5 minutes. Again, this is data reported from InfoTrends. So we think about this monthly appointment with clients and their end users using the physical medium of a statement is both effective in terms of open rate and dwell time. And our clients really are now thinking about how do we convert that monthly scheduled appointment and make it more effective and more efficient. Now in our booth here at Graph Expo, we share with clients ways to build that efficiency and effectiveness of that pre-scheduled monthly appointment. And one of the tools and techniques and strategies we have developed in supporting of that efficiency effectiveness is what we call the Pitney Bowes White Paper Factory. Now the Pitney Bowes White Paper Factory is a way by which customers, tools and techniques and strategies we have developed in supporting of that efficiency effectiveness is what we call the Pitney Bowes White Paper Factory. Now the Pitney Bowes White Paper Factory is a way by which customers, some of the largest we tightly integrate and link print to mail, and in doing so deliver better business results for our clients. So the White Paper Factory is a specific set of enablers designed to attack the inefficiencies associated with print and mail, eliminate those inefficiencies, boost effectiveness, and boost business results by having a more efficient build of content that gets housed in a statement and introduced in the mail. But while some conversations begin with our clients about efficiency, the real driver to more valuable customer communications beyond efficiency is about relevancy and value. So our tools in our organization are designed to not only more efficiently produce the content, but ensure that each of those monthly conversations that do take place, each of those conversations are more valuable because they're more relevant. So Pitney Bowes tools, capabilities, and services designed to help a client to transition from a simple statement to a more valuable, efficient, tailored kind of communication. So we have in our booth, and we have equipped our sales force across the world with all the tools and know-how that say, how do we take that discussion and convert it from a cost of doing business of a statement or a bill and move it to and toward an opportunity to just more than just communicating the regulatory information that's required, say in a statement, but also move that as an opportunity to help that client to convert a cost of business to now a revenue building discussion. So the use of our tools to build a relevant conversation that creates cross-sell, upsell, and customer retention is a big part of our strategy at Pitney Bowes. That's another example of moving to more valuable customer communications. And in doing so, we have clients that we've shared success stories across the globe. So I think of companies like Aflac, who have used the White Paper Factory in North America to deliver better business results by producing content that is tailored, relevant, and output to their color printing systems from Pitney Bowes. They're achieving improved retention rates. Customer renewals are significantly greater through the careful use of Pitney Bowes messaging and tools to delivering the right content onto that sheet. So better business results in terms of customer retention for a company like Aflac can be worth major cost share and share improvements to their bottom line and their shareholders. And when they harness that capabilities and utilize our intelligent printing systems for color content and tailor that content, both color and messaging, both on the statement for renewal and on the envelope, we're seeing companies like Aflac deliver a more effective, more valuable client communication. So that's an example of a company that harnesses the power of communications, delivers better results, and as a byproduct, their value as an internal service bureau to their internal accounts goes up dramatically. So they're one of the many examples across the globe of helping more valuable communications. So we're pretty excited about our business. We're excited about the dialogues we're having with our clients in the journey toward more valuable communications. There are websites, including www.pb.com /transactional print and mail transactional print and mail that house success stories, white papers, subject matter experts available to help you successfully begin that discussion with your company about developing more valuable customer communications. So on behalf of the Pitney Bowes team, we're delighted to be a part of the Printerverse organization, and we look forward to any questions that you might have about how we can help you.
Okay, great. We do have some questions from home. I have a question. Where does Pitney Bowes falling on the trans promo advertising opportunities?
Yeah. So so the concept of relevant customer communications, one use of that is what the industry is called trans promo or trans education or trans whatever you'd like. It's about utilizing the conversation of that statement to make it more valuable. So housed in our booth and our statements and our applications are live examples of how we've helped customers to help their clients to have more effective, relevant communications. And that example of Aflac is an example of that. So the tools, enablers are there from Pitney Bowes. It's really a question of how do we want to help that client to leverage that content. So that was a softball for me. Thank you. Oh, here they come.
Oh, no, not.
So I'll be leaving the stadium now. Thank you.
Okay, some questions from out in the social media Printerverse. Okay, let's see. You talked about info trends. What other industry benchmarks and data do you rely on for evaluating your market?
What other benchmarks does Pitney Bowes use to evaluate our market? I think that question could go a couple different ways. In terms of evaluating the market's share, we rely on companies like InfoTrends, IT Strategies, IDC are examples of companies that track market share in these spaces that Pitney Bowes operates. Again, we are one of the exciting parts of working with a company like Pitney Bowes is we satisfy companies from small, medium to very large entities. So depending on the market segment or the application suite, those are three examples of companies that we rely on. There are others in the adjacent space or alternate suppliers of insight like Gartner and others. We're delighted for each of those. We've earned top box ranking for value delivery and innovation. And so those are a couple areas that we use to leverage. And I might add, when you have a company with the reach of Pitney Bowes, it's the intersection of daily dialogues with clients plus market research is how you get to where the company is and where the company really needs to follow our clients. So it's these are data points. The real fun part is discussing with clients every day. What's your business problem? How do we help you to get there? That's really what the real market research is designed to validate.
That's good. Just so you know, our folks at home, a lot of them are consider themselves, sorry people, you are, visionaries, researchers, and so forth. So your answer of those specific resources was really good. But as you say, it's those day-to-day problem solving that really makes a big difference. And your Aflac example was wonderful. People really love that tangible example. And to that extent, they did ask about Aflac. How do you help customers measure their success with direct mail and with your tools specifically?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So as a marketeer and a business leader, it's all about return on investment and return on marketing investment. The Pitney Bowes Toolkit has domain experience and specific tools for marketing analytics. So working with one of the largest global banks, we're delighted that our skill set and our solution set is broad and pervasive. So we're able to work with end users and lines of business within, say, a bank, develop both the content to build the relevant content that will go on the statement, as well as the Pitney Bowes analytical tools designed to measure the effectiveness of that discussion. And we're watching clients. It's rapid innovation, rapid testing, which is the hallmark of marketing success story. So on the fly, we've watched examples of one particular global bank. They have, for example, they're opportunistic. As they send out a statement in the next, say, 24 hours in support of regulatory requirement, they're able to utilize that platform of the physical statement to opportunistically say, hey, are you aware of our ability to help you with if you're a bank and you're helping them with a major retailer, and we know there's a snowstorm coming to that area in the next 3 days, the ability to quickly message onto that statement, hey, have you visited your local home retailer to buy a snow shovel? Now, when you deliver just-in-time messaging that marries the SLAs for a given client, all of a sudden the value of that communication goes up. It doesn't go up a little, it goes up a lot. And our tools in our booth today show the ability to house that message on the statement and on the envelope to deliver better business results.
That's amazing. Thanks so much. And for everyone who's not at Graph Expo, how can they find all this information?
We're delighted to entertain questions both in our website. I've offered the www.pb.com. Our domain experts, our social chat vehicles are all there. Let's harness the discussion about how do we make a more valuable communication with your clients.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Well done. Thank you.
Awesome. Two of my favorite people are about to speak to you right now. From Printing Impressions Group, Mark Subers, who's now some mucky-muck executive media director, king of the world of publishing, and Mark Michelson, who is the Garfunkel to his Simon, as we say. He is the editor-in-chief of Printing Impressions magazine, who kindly allows me to blog on their website. Thank you for that. And without further ado, they want to tell you about the evolution of the Printing Impressions group and some really cool stuff that you can connect with them to learn opportunities to learn and partner with them, especially if you are a service provider and you want to reach the printers. Hello, goodbye.
Oh yeah, 2 mics are probably perfect. Thank you, Deborah, for that wonderful muckety-buck. It was a very interesting way to put it. So, okay.
Sorry. This will probably work a little better for you.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
So thank you again for that introduction, our friend Deborah Korn. Always fun to work with her. She always works up some very interesting artwork around Mark and I, so that she emails off to me frequently. So we have transitioned, and I was here. The days are blending in, but I was here before, and we were talking about the transition of our company from being a very print-centric, magazine-oriented, publishing company to a new media company. That transition is happening, but as Mark and I were talking, we thought it might be interesting to talk about some of the transition that's happened here and apply that to how we have, transitioned or evolved ourselves. And at the end of the day, we look at ourselves as the ability to connect our audience with the folks out here. This event is something that does that, but we do that through our brands and through our content and so on. So as Mark and I were thinking through this is my third Graph Expo I've ever been to. I was never here before, but Mark's been to a couple others. How many is it now, Mark?
I think this makes 32, believe it or not.
So Mark's 3 decades plus of seeing this, and we thought it'd be kind of interesting to look at some trends and have Mark just sort of riff a little on what this looked like. I mean, we all know what it looked like, but specifically some trends about how things have changed over those 30 years.
Well, I mean, obviously, if we look around, the show, there's no doubt the show gets smaller. But with that said, I think that doesn't mean it's not still a meaningful event for our industry. It still is the one event per year that really brings our industry together and brings a lot of the key buyers and sellers. And, I think the show company has done a smart job of trying to co-locate as many events as possible to help fill the aisles. When I first started covering this industry in the early 80s, and you'd come to Graph Expo and it filled, the South Hall, the North Hall. There was another building that they tore down, which they converted into where they built the McCormick Place Hotel. It literally, especially on a print year, which was once every 4 years, which is a bigger version of Graph Expo, it would literally fill the entire McCormick Place complex. So, those days, as we all know, probably will never come back. But with that said, the show still is very important for our industry. From when I first started coming here, it was offset presses everywhere. You come to the show this year, I think there is one Ryobi press, which I have yet to find, but it is here somewhere on the floor. But there's digital everywhere. There's digital presses. Even the finishing equipment vendors, most of the finishing equipment that they're promoting at the show is geared toward digital print production. So it's all about digital printing. It's all about workflow, wide format, which is, I think, a huge opportunity for printers, for commercial printers as a value-added service to get into. So there's a lot of wide format devices on the floor. You never would have seen that years ago. So, I mean, the industry, no doubt, has evolved. We will continue to evolve, as our transition, I think as the gentleman from Pitney Bowes talked about, becoming marketing services providers, getting into transactional communications, trans-promotional communications. Some people say that print is dead, but we all that are in the industry know that's far from the truth. The industry is certainly evolving at a rapid pace, and unfortunately there are some companies and some individuals that are not able to evolve with it and fall by the wayside. But that can be said for a lot of industries in transition. But I still think our industry has a very bright future.
So, Mark, I know that your roles and responsibilities have changed quite a bit. I don't know if anybody saw Mark running around with our video services team, but I think Mark used to cover and go to the press conferences, and now I've got him working out on the floor with our video team and doing interviews out on the floor and interviews at our booth. Again, it's just another form of our transition away from, again, being print centric, and we've started an entire video services group inside of North American Publishing Company, our corporate brand. So do you want to talk a little bit about your roles and responsibilities, Mark, and how hard you work now that you're...
Yes, it used to be coming to the show, you'd, dutifully go to the press conferences, meet with the various exhibitors, take your notes, and, go back and, if you're lucky, in the next issue, you'd have all your post-show coverage. Now in our society of immediacy, we are producing a live e-newsletter daily from the show. As Mark mentioned, we're including video footage in there, so we're going around and we're doing video interviews with many key industry people. So yeah, my role has totally changed. Just as print has become multimedia, my job as editor of what was once a print publication has certainly become multimedia. And the print component is just one part of it. I mean, we do a daily e-newsletter called Today on PI World that people can go to piworld.com and subscribe for free. We also do a weekly email newsletter called PI Weekly that you can also receive. So it's no longer just a monthly print publication. You know, it's far more than that. It's video, it's e-newsletters, it's webinars. We're doing those on a regular basis. So the job continues to evolve. And you know, when I went to college many years ago and sort of had a print background, I've evolved, and I never thought that I would be standing in front of a live streaming video like this at any point in my lifetime. So you go with the flow, and it's been a great ride, and it's really fun to watch it all evolve.
Thank you, Mark. And it's interesting. We think about our audience, and we don't really talk about magazines much anymore. We talk about brands. Okay, and the brands and the audience that they serve, and like I said, we started our NAPCO Video Services group, and we literally, you know, knocked walls down and built studios and built equipment and have invested in staff to make that happen. So that is just us getting our message out, and roles and responsibilities are certainly evolving as our connectivity to our audience has been changing. So that's what we got. Deb, do you have any questions or? Okay.
A lot of exhibitors come in here, obviously, to hang out and also see what's going on, and they have pretty much all said that this is one of the best shows that they've ever had, that everyone here, they're pretty much selling out of all the equipment on the floor, that all the buyers are really here to buy. They've done their research, which I'm sure you had a big part in that. How do you, have you had those same conversations with people, and what is your overall feeling, if you've been making videos from attendees and stuff, what is their feeling about, the show might be smaller, but, I mean, is it the fact that we're weeding out the herd? You know, what do you think about that?
Do you want to answer that, Mark?
Well, the people I'm talking to, the majority of people on the exhibitor side have been very happy with their results so far. You know, especially if you're playing in the digital printing space. You know, you look at the big anchor booths up front, the Canons, the Xeroxes, the HPs, Konica Minoltas, EFIs. I mean, obviously they have a lot more activity and buzz, and HP and going on buzz in their booth. If you get back to some of the smaller booths in the back, just like typical at any trade show, they're not as busy as they are in the front, where you have a lot more equipment. But certainly, you know, I do think that the attendees here, they're here on a mission. You know, the days of just coming because they just want to, you know, get away from the office and party for a few days, you know, those days are over. I think more and more companies are bringing less people, but the people that do come, they're here, they're serious about their intentions, they realize that they're at a pivotal point in many cases in the future of their companies, and they can't make wrong decisions in their purchasing plans. So yeah, it's very serious for them. Yes, they want to come here, they want to network with their peers, they want to gather information, but you know, they certainly take it seriously because it is a very important part of the future of their companies.
So I would just like to add to that, Deb, and I think you really touched on a really kind of an important point. You know, we do a lot of e-learning, you know, I mean, sell out our schedule of webinars that we do in e-learning and developing white papers and case studies with all the exhibitors here. So the level of understanding and knowledge that the attendees have beforehand, there's a big trend now with demo centers. You know, I mean, you look at, you know, like in Fujifilm is making significant investments into their new demo center in Chicago. You know, you got the folks down to the Customer Experience Center for Canon Solutions America in Boca Raton, HP. I mean, they all, you know, have their demo centers. I think a lot of times they are bringing folks, you know, throughout the year, you know, and they're continuing this level. It's not just come to the show for 3 or 4 days and learn here. There's a constant education through, you know, media competition companies like ourselves, through their sales force, through their demo centers. So it's like Mark said, they come here, they're ready, and maybe they're looking for show deals on the floor. Maybe that happens a little bit too, but they are very, very educated buyers.
Speaking as a former publisher, I know the challenges that you go through in delivering the information and products to your readers and audience. One of my questions for you is, you've talked about video and webinars and so forth, and those all seem to be kind of one-way push kind of information delivery, which tends to be the case with publishing. Do you have any channels where you're more interactive with your audience?
We're going to be launching something March 1st of next year that I can't tell you about. But yes.
Tell us.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell Deb when the time is right. But yeah, we're doing something. We really feel it's very important. It's really I think the reason, and this predates me quite a bit. I've only been the publisher of the print group, the group president for 2 years. So I really haven't been here that long. But Mark and Michelson and Dave Laskuski, my predecessor, made a really pivotal decision back. I don't know how many years it was, and Dave and I talked about it when I first came on board. He said, the old mantra was, talk about the vendors, okay? And it's an easy way to sell print advertising, okay? Write about their equipment. Dave said, no, that's not right. He goes, you talk to the printers. The printers want peer-to-peer. They want to learn from each other. You talk to them, you keep the audience. Printing Impressions is still here. Nobody else is. In mass. That is the difference. What we're doing with this new product is it's going to be something video based, and it's going to be a higher level of engagement. Okay, and that's all I really want to let out of the bag for now. But we're pretty excited about it. We've talked to some of the exhibitors here, and they want to really get behind it. And more to come on that. So stay tuned.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
The only thing I might add to that is, and the webinars to some degree are interactive in that people can submit questions that listen to it live. People that sign up for the webinars in advance can submit questions in advance. So it's not as obviously as interactive like this, but there is some interactivity to it.
Okay, next question is, I've been reading Printing Impressions for 30 plus years. This is actually for me, and then we'll get to the last one we don't have enough time? Okay. Our home audience wants to know, what future trends do you see in niche sectors?
Future trends in niche sectors. Well, I think printers are trying to move away from commodity printing. So any types of value added, like Skodix has a booth here, MGI, any of these finishing techniques, coating techniques, special die cutting techniques, anything that can make a piece stand out and, have added value. I think that's one of the key trends that a lot of printers and finishing companies are looking at.
Thank you guys so much. I can't wait for the news. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Seriously. Awesome. As they say, last but not least, we're going to hear from a very popular segment of a very popular company for our community, HP, and we're going to talk about Indigo, which probably has just made a few people on the live stream broadcast say, yay, where have they been the whole show? Well, they have been very busy, and we're very lucky that they have sent Jacob Seamus over to talk to us. And I will introduce him right now. Jacob Seamus is the Segment Marketing Manager, General Commercial Printing and Photo Segments, Graphic Solutions Business, Hewlett-Packard Company. You almost need a business card for your business card, just for your title, yes. It's a cool card, though. So he's going to come over and talk about pretty much everyone's favorite topic at the moment, Indigo.
He's going to have samples.
And I'm going to have samples, cool samples. So guys, I'm really excited to be here today, and I have a couple of really cool things to thank you to share. So what I'm going to talk about today is what is it that we're announcing or have announced at the Graph Expo show. So we basically focused on 3 really cool and interesting announcements at Graph Expo. The first one, of course, is the HP Indigo 7800 digital press. So everyone is familiar with our, Indigo 7000 series. And what we've done is we just announced the next step of the HP Indigo 7000 series, which is the HP Indigo 7800. And as always, our focus is to move forward, but make sure that we look backward as well at our customers who already have Indigo presses and rely on us to make sure that everything is backward compatible, that they are going to be with us when we move forward and introduce new application. And that's what we've done. And as always, in Indigo, what we focus on is making sure that we empower our customers, that we bring to our customers the most interesting and unique capabilities that they can then market to their customers. And I've brought a couple of very cool samples to share with you today. So, one of the cool things that we actually presented on the HP Indigo 7800 is canvas. Seriously, canvas. You can now take a piece of canvas, Felix Schuler canvas, and print it on the HP Indigo 7800. But as you guys say, there's more. You can also print it on 3 colors. So Canvas would actually run on EPM mode, which is Enhanced Productivity mode, which probably you guys are already familiar with, that allows you to run at 3-color mode and get the same quality as 4-color. And 2 amazing samples. So again, this adds to the capability of the press. And think about what's hidden behind this. Your ability to go in and enter a new market, which is not just a photo segment, but frame photos using Canvas. Fantastic things. One of the other extremely important features that we added on the HP Indigo 7800 is one-shot. Just to make sure that everyone is on the same page here regarding one-shot, one-shot is the ability to run synthetic substrate on the press. And that adds a vast number of capabilities to the press. And one of the cool things that you can actually now do, together with our partner, company called Humanize, I know that's a little bit hard to show, I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but we can now print lenticular on the HP Indigo. Yes, here. What? Lenticular on the HP Indigo 7800. Deborah, we want to see a sample?
Yes. I'm freaking out right now.
Here, 2.
This is on. So the substrate is you stick the substrate through.
Yep.
And you print on the substrate. You're not making the lenticular.
Yeah, exactly. We're printing directly on the lens. Again, because we have the ability to run synthetic substrate on the HP Indigo 7800, we're actually printing directly on the lens. So it's not like if you look at traditional lenticular, you print on a sheet and then you take the lens and you need to center the lens and then, glue it to the lenticular. Here you're basically printing directly on the substrate. Fantastic stuff. Our partner is Humanize. They're actually they're running the software. They have the software that creates it. Really great stuff. And again, it's all on the 7800 and it's backward compatible. So it's really, really cool stuff. So that's the HP Indigo 7800, and we have a lot of customers excited about it. We actually ran 5 early adoption customers with that. All of them are major customers, and the results were amazing. One of them actually shared with us that he had since he had the ability to start printing on synthetic media, it added to the capabilities that he can offer to a customer, hence earning him a very nice job with one of the new brands, printing really cool PVC applications. So what else? What else are we focusing on during Graph Expo? Again, on the Indigo side. The HP Indigo 30,000. So if you walk into Graph Expo, the show, one of the things you're going to see first is a freight train. A 56-foot long press, which is our HP Indigo 30,000. Amazing, amazing device. Now, again, we believe that our focus is empowering our customers and allowing them to penetrate into new markets. So how do we allow them to penetrate into new markets? We now need to develop and enable them a platform that can take them there. And folding carton, as we see it, is one of the growing segments in the industry. And we believe that our customers need to go and penetrate into that segment. So what is the 30,000 allows you? It basically allows you to do folding cartons on the immense size of B2 sheets. And I've been talking to one of our customers here and who's in the booth, and we're going to talk about customers in a minute, but what he was sharing with me, he's been doing folding carton for quite a while, and now he has the ability to go to one of his customers, a major brand, and actually I will not share names, but if you're in Graph Expo, you can go and see the samples. They're on our sample wall, and they came up with a pilot program, and they needed 5,000 boxes for the pilot program that they've been running for that specific brand. And not until they had the 30,000, they had the ability to go in and say, hey, you need 5,000 samples of the specific box? Not a problem. We'll do it for you. And it took them a matter of a few days. It was printed, delivered, and they actually managed to deliver the pilot program to their customers. So these were the two major things, the new products that we introduced here. But let's not forget the HP Indigo 10,000. We have a fantastic momentum on the HP Indigo 10,000. I would say it's about 2.5 weeks ago, we have installed here in the US at a customer called Sun Litho the HP, the 100th HP Indigo 10,000. And again, guys, the press was, first presented at D-Scoop. We're about two years apart, and we have more than 100 presses running around the world. It's fantastic, and the press is a real game changer. The ability to take a B2 sheet and create and put variables on it and use the size to attract attention is something fantastic. And let me share with you something that I did as a marketing manager. I had to create an invitation and invite people to come here and see the samples at Graph Expo and see the presses. And together with one of our customers, GLS and Next, which is their one of their brands, we did a direct marketing piece printed on the 10,000. I don't have it here with me, and I apologize for that. But essentially, what it ended up with is a 21 by 11 type of an envelope, where you open it up and you have a B2 sheet that folds open, and it stands out in the crowd. And that was the focus: stand out in the crowd. That's what the Indigo 10,000 enables to you: stand out in the crowd. No one else has the ability to do the application that the 10,000.
Thank you so much. We have some questions, starting with me, because I'm now obsessed with this lenticular.
I have more.
I want to know how printers and customers and prospective customers can get in touch with you to find out what substrates actually can run through your machines to produce this, and how they can get samples, because everybody needs to get a sample of this.
So first, very good question. Right now, there's only one type of substrate, or one company that can we have their substrate that is certified to run on our machine. That's Tecra. And these are all Tecra 100. Tecra. And these are all 100 LPI sheets. They're manufactured by Tecra specifically for human eyes and us, and that's what's certified on the press. And guys, you're welcome to go to www.hp.com/go/indigo and submit a request to get these fantastic samples. We'll mail it to you right now.
And HP also has at HP Indigo on Twitter.
Yep.
And I think we have something from home as well.
Okay, so everybody's mind is blown about the 56-inch long freight train of a press. So there was a question about what is in the guts of a press that's 56 inches long.
So, couple of things. First, the heart of the press is, of course, the HP Indigo engine, which has been proven with and evolved, and that's our technology. And then connected to it, there is an ILP, which is an inline primer that helps us prime the sheet that goes in, and also a Traceo coater in the end that coats the sheets post-production. And if you guys are in Graph Expo, I really encourage you to stop by. We have some fantastic samples that are printed on that Indigo 30,000, and the results are just fantastic. I just want to talk about the white application, because if you think about it, in folding cartons, all about having a thick, good white coating and and the ability to print white. Seeing is believing. Ask us to send you some Indigo 30,000 samples through our website, or come here to Graph Expo. You will not believe the results.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you're at the show, they're in booth 1913. Otherwise, get in touch with them on social media, on their website, hp.com/go/indigo. Was that what you said?
Uh-huh.
I remember that.
Or you can talk to us, on the forums.
Yes, absolutely. And again, thank you very much for your partnership this year and last year. And we're thrilled to death to have you around. We hope to see more of you. Okay, and everybody at home, we will be doing a presentation on augmented reality and print in 10 minutes. Kevin Boyer is here from Blipar. Everybody download the app, blipar.com. They'll show you how to get it. And check on Twitter. We've been alienizing people. You can see some funny pictures. I did it myself. If I can do it, you can do it. So see you in about 10 minutes. Thanks, everybody.